Okay, here we are in the evening live session. So, hey guys, we are starting the session and everything is now in order, and we will start with the our first article. So, hi Bhavya, what's up? I'm all good. What about you? Welcome to this live session. So, we will do with the Undark article, and let's see. I've already read this article because हम कैसी है तैयारी हम यार अभी तो सही चल रही है हम स्टिल कुछ जगह भी अच्छा करना बाकी है बट हाँ उम्मीद करते हैं वो सब हो जाए और फिर कार्ड भी अच्छा ही निकल जाए तो हाँ बाकी आपकी तैयारी कैसे चल रही है just let's do a few things and then we are starting the session. How was the prep going? Well, I've answered that, but then yeah, I'll answer this in English. I'm pretty much fine. Uh, this, the competition. Yeah, I think everyone is trying to do this, and yeah, everyone is trying to beat the competition. And yeah, well, the cat doesn't have the met bit of the competition. If you look at it in a way, it's easier to get into 70s to 80s range once you are in a good enough zone. So yeah, you don't have to worry about that. So just you have to worry about the 1 lakh people who are in the competition. There is a latency, I think. Okay. There is a latency of around 60 seconds. Okay, uh, anything to say? You're applying for gender. Yeah, I am. I am. So yeah, that is one bit problematic. But then yeah, you have to work hard for it, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, I think let's just keep it strict to now towards the article now, as I have to end it somehow at 5:30. So yeah, let's just start with this. I've already written this article. This is an article from the Undark. I think I've done one article from Undark as well. I think it was the previous one from the live. This one is the meta science is more important than ever. So let's just start with this, and I've already made in the crux for it, and let's just start with this. Okay. So on May 24, Vice President JD Vance authored on a post on X, which is now Twitter, that highlighted a reproducibility crisis in the science. When Vance offered this amid series of other critics of higher education to justify withholding the federal science funding to universities over the past several months, his board was timed to accompanied with a White House executive order that invokes the language of open science to introduce sweeping changes to federal science infrastructure. It came with just after a week of release of an cutting science funds to 26 fiscal year budget. So, okay, for EWS or a normal, and because I have a doubt for EWS category, yeah, sure, just tell me. I can I can clarify this. I'll try clarifying it. Bhavya, EWS. So I think let's just see what's that. Um, so what's the doc for EWS? economically weaker section. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, what's it out, Bhavya, for the EWS section? I'll try to clear it. So the basic thing is, so cat EWS category students are for the economically weaker sections whose income is below the 8 lakh. So if you are asking for the reservation basis for them, or are you asking for anything? So like, I don't think they get much benefit from it until and unless you are from these category, SC and ST and OBC. They have it, but then you can go in for, if you have the EWS category, you can go in for that. And let's just see. Uh, let's see the benefits of it. So yeah, you get 10% reservation at seats and IM. So yeah, you can go for the EWS, but then EWS is eligible who is not from the SC, NST, OBC category. So they already have another category, other reservation for them. So for you to being eligible for EWS, you have to belong to some economically weaker sections, which is a area where your income is less than 8 lakhs, your family income. So yeah, the reservation is 10%. If you are trying to apply for EWS category, you can obviously go in for that. If you have some benefits for reservation, definitely apply them and move on with your game, because it helps in the long term. So yeah, it doesn't matter if you can go on for the EWS category, or maybe up to you. So if you have another doubt, let's just this and let's just push this right here. That's why, so I can see this easily. So Bhavya, if you have anything else to say or anything else to ask, you can. Then let's continue back to this. So uh, so reversing. So yeah, this was a start of a passage. It starts with a J.D. Vance statement that he's cutting the funding for science in American budget. So it's first, and then it continues the playbook standard is fuse and aggressive political agenda to more palatable suite of sets of criticisms. In this case, many agrees that process within the profession of science have for decades had significant flaws. In my views, politicians are in power using this justification to burn it down, and outside of view, higher education and legal efforts to fight it back. Scientific community remains a shell-shocked, unable to gather momentum for the resist effectively. So, like it's saying that uh, so like political parties alike and politicians have a common knack of just justifying why they are burning it down. So like why J.D. Vance is cutting down the funding for the scientific community in America, and scientific community in America can't are not able to gain a momentum to resist it effectively, so that they are not able to resist it. So by that addition of realistic changes, there might be other ways that we can navigate an uncertain future. In recent years, a science called meta-science, a field called meta-science, has emerged charged with the understanding of the process of science, how it operates, and identifying themes in what is produced. I argue that this area is going to be essential moving forward in astronomy times, as it dispels the myths that science and ideologically leviathan incapable of self-reflection, and help us rebuild science into a craft that can interrogate its fragilities. So yeah, um, so here emerges a scientific community, a field called meta science, which can be seen as a possible breakthrough for the scientific communities to, go through. Um, just a second, guys. I have call coming up. I'm back after attending the call, and no surprise that the call was from the academy. Like they have called me 4 times before the start of the stream, and now they have called again. Now I picked that up and I've blocked them. Yeah, let's get back to the main topic. Like where were we? We were at the this paragraph, the meta science, and how meta science has emerged. As described in the 2018 review of Science is based on a transdisciplinary approach that uses large data of sets to study mechanisms underlying the doing of science. From the choice of the research and problem to career trajectories and problems within the field, it's asked a question about aspects of scientific enterprises, including employment, publishing trend, economic incentives, merits, and other influence of science in a way that may escapes the intuition. So, it's saying what is meta science, how does it works, and how it is not just based on one thing. It's based on a flurry of things. Like it's a macro. Macro is a large and covering a basics of all. So it covers everything. So several notable studies have examined the composition of workforce and the sweeping analysis of more than 2,95,000 tenures track faculty US PhD granting universities from 11 to 20. Interdisciplinary teams reveal that faculty hiring and retention are governed by entrenched hierarchies and stark inequalities. Just 20% of universities produce more 80% of faculty, with a handful of elite institutions dominating the academic labor market. Attrition further entrenches inequalities, so trained with less prestigious enough foreign institution exit academia at a higher rate. The 2022 study further suggested a modest gains in women's representation are largely driven by the retirement of older men in cohorts rather than the equitable hiring. Underscores the US Academy and underscores the US academia is self-reinforcing the system of academy atrocity autocracy and the finding of the subvert notion of the meritocracy. So, autocracies are something which is based on the wealth, and meritocracy is based something on ruled by the merit. Mother, hi mother. Have I given a cat last year? I have given 2 exams, cat and zat. Yeah, I have given them. Uh, I that's why I'm a repeater and try like to they say I'm a repeating cat and zat. If you have anything as from my experience, yeah, I can definitely tell you about my experience. So let's just continue. So this was an example from something which is a disparity. I think it's leading into a woman representation, as I've already read in it. It's a gender disparity examples. While a gender disparity among many findings in hiring hierarchy studies, there were central features of more than recent studies that investigate gender disparity in the computer science and faculty hiring. Instead of looking at a large-scale hiring patterns, the research examined how perception of research areas, particularly divided between the theoretical and the applied works, impacted the underrepresentation of women using faculty survey and hiring data. Authors found that applied subfield where women are more prevalent are often perceived less prestigious or core to the discipline of the theoretical ones. And this perception shaping hiring decision and reinforcing structural biases effectively penalize women from working the areas in the socially devalued within the academic hierarchy. This highlights how scientific perception can lasting effects on who's get hired and promoted. So it's saying that there is disparity, gender disparity, and field where women work are usually perceived as less perceivable and are seen in a downgrading eyes. So yeah, they don't perceive them higher as any other fields like the workman man works. And so uh, as I mentioned that these were both examples, the both of our examples on the composition of faculty. So these were the example of composition of faculty. But those this are only one of many areas which modern meta science have shown light and hidden theme at the work of profession. So this was the area that meta science shine to given light upon. So it has shown there is a disparity and there is this composition lack of composition of faculty. So another theme of role of incentive shaping how science done. Kevin Gross and Carl Bergenstern investigated how different encourage different sorts of research enterprise and follow-up studies. They more directly examined how incentives driven risk aversion is interest in this. So yeah, we are back with this fellow Kevin Gross and Bergsten. So let's continue. Meta science research involve incentives relate to growing literature. They ask fundamental question: how innovative science exactly? So the research based on meta science research is based upon how on the question how innovative is science exactly. The question is hard to answer as innovation can have different dimensions of different paradigms. Nothing, nonetheless, exciting body of work explores the characteristics of term that foster scientific innovation and how disruptive this research is. One in one landmark study, James Evans and his colleagues studied more than 16 million people, revealing the flat or egalitarian teams consistently spark of more disruptive breakthrough than taught hierarchy ones. Although hierarchical groups rack citations quickly by developing existing ideas, the short-term payoff comes at the expense of long-term influence and cultivation of junior scholars. These findings and others support the notion that the stuff of innovation is much about the structure as it is about individual talent. So the it was what is meta science research, what's its purpose, and the further example and further studies by James Evans and his colleagues. While it's hard to deny the relevance of finding this in this example, meta science is not without its critic. For some suggest that meta science could benefit from humility, as it's not the first field to ask this question. Humanists and social scientists have examined science practice for many decades. In addition, other offers the science is not more interesting, more complex than any other profession. And so it's a self-study of a keen and navel gazing the self-indulgent practice of being far too interested in our own craft. Lastly, there is a sentiment that meta science is becoming just another career elevator field where power, prestige, and hierarchy emerging in the same manner where the science often critiques. So it's a POV of critics, how they are critiquing like meta science is just like any other field, and it's emerging as the same manner which was actually opposing it. So these points are difficult to counter. Name a movement that started with a pure intention and at the same time point. It dwelled into something becoming a ticket to career advancement to profit. Meta science is likely no different. Popularity of meta science will birth a new field. In other words, the science of science will beget a science of a science of a science. This is a Cent for Institute postdoctoral James whole house recalled a joke in gathering. So like he is saying that like any other field, meta science will become a field of a science of a science. So and these problems notwithstanding with the meta science offer a lens that's especially important at critical moments, support for science in the face of attacks of critical necessary. But ironically, one of the best ways to defend craft might be for the scientist to identify fragilities before the enemy does. We can use the data and models not solely for our op-ed voice and social media timelines. Although that get useful, the field is already disabusing us from the notion that science is practiced on the basis of defensible incentives, neurality of any kind, and or merit or however defined. Instead of it operates a what more like a runway Matthew effect, whereby most established scientists benefits from disproportionality of a science reward and thus richer gets richer and this problem isn't the flaw exists, but science practitioners are interested in critical lens towards it. Meta science won't fix our problem, but it formalizes the way we can reflect which we may explore us to changes of science better. So this was the article and interesting article. Uh, this was a really interesting article. It went into the first like they were trying to cut the science budget, and then how meta science is different and it has a more vast field. Where then there are examples for the what we call the composition of faculty. The composition of faculty, like there is some there is a stark difference between the faculty in the institutions, and there is a gender disparities in the fields in the fields where women are more prevailing. And any other, like, then there is a research about meta science research and what what does it do. Then we are at the example, and like next we are on the points of critique. Then we are about it at the end, and let's say that meta science is not something which would fix our problem, but something which will formalize the way we can reflect upon. So yeah, this is the passage. Not too shabby, not too good. So let's try. And as we have already given this, let's just remove this first. So I'm thinking of going to Gemini and making a passage out of it. So if anyone wants to make a, if anyone wants to do a passage, can come with me, and let's pick the four main topics of CAT, which are inference, fact, strengthening, weakening, and the central idea. So let's just paste this. Mm, Central idea, fact based. So this will create an article. This will create a quiz, and then we will do a quiz. Okay. So till then, if anyone wants to ask a question, can just ask this. Well, we are at the question. So, yeah, well, we are at the question. So let's start. Let's do this first, and then we will move on to the next part. So the next up is next up we are doing cat VYQs. Next up we will do cat PYQ mock based, and our questions are ready. So we can focus on that first. Which of the following, if true, would most strengthen the author's argument of the importance of meta science? So we have to strengthen it. A study showing that science funding is increased over the year. So um, this isn't posing any strengthening or weakening parts. So let's just article demonstrating that reproductibility crisis has been exaggerated by politicians. Um, I think we are not able to do. The survey has revealed that the public trust in science has declined due to reproductibility crisis. Um, let's just move on. And a report indicating that the majority of scientists are already aware of the flaws of the scientific purpose. So for the area, that importance of meta science. So meta science is an area. It's charged with understanding the process of science, how it operates, and identifying the thing as what is produced. So the last question, already aware, so it doesn't help us. So it's a process of understanding and identifying the theme. So if a scientist are already prepared, then it doesn't help. But then I'm not able to hmm, kind of stuck on this one. A study showing that scientific funding has increased in the recent year. It doesn't prove anything. It has decreased. Like article demonstrating that the unpredictability has been exaggerated by politicians. Trend in the yeah, I think I could go with B, but I'm not that sure. But then let's go with B. Let's see. It was C. Why is it? This would strengthen the argument about providing evidence for science and having real world impact. Okay, so let's move on to the next part. Which of the following, if true, would most weaken the author's argument about the importance of medicines? So like it's a fact-based question, so like we can infer this from the past question. A survey revealing that the public trust of life has been declined due to reproductivity crisis. So like we can move on with this. So a survey revealing that people are not aware of reproductibility crisis. Okay, let's move on. Next one. Report indicating the sector is resistant to change, to poor quality. Can weaken it? An article demonstrating the phenomena. I think it is C. Yeah, it is C. Poor quality goes on with the proper weakness. Central idea, meta science is a new and exciting field and the potential to revolutionize the way we do science. Okay. The best way to defend science from its critique, and it's not the best way as it's have because the critics we can't counter the critics argument, so not maybe not be the scientific community need to do a better job communicating finding in public, maybe not. The scientific community is under attack from politicians for using the reproducibility crisis as justification for withholding funding. Like it is, but then is it the main central idea? Is it constantly being back to the point that the politicians are holding back the funding? Can't say this. Could be the answer, but then I'm more inclined towards A. Oh, I'm wrong. Well, what was the reasoning? Western defense science. Okay. Achieving this tool. Okay. Could have gone a bit wrong. Or according to the article, which of the following is an example of meta science research? Okay. Uh, History of science, gender disparity, and computer science, which of the following example is meta science? I think this was this. Yeah. 50% accuracy, not that good, but could have done better. Um, Felt like was not able to comprehend this properly. Mm, let's see, and we will then move on to the next part. Let that first do that. Nice. What if I use plan? Uh, okay, so if anyone have top fans, well, there are. Well, is the analysis on. Okay, well, we are done with this, and I'll review this later. So let's just begin with the next part. So if anyone who can give me an so which year CAT question paper should we pick up? I think we have done quite a lot of 17, 18, 19. I'm thinking of picking up this one. Should we? We are not in the latency, right? I forgot this. It's a 60 minutes like gap in this in between. So um we can just start with this, or we can give 2017 slot 1 or slot 2, and which anyone, if anyone wants that. So yeah, let's just wait for anyone to reply, and then I think I'm more inclined towards 2017. Maybe we can do 2008 paper, but then these papers are usually memory based, so not sure about the questions, and I don't know how many changes would be there in the cat. So yeah, well, um, let's do this. Let's do slot 1. Um, maybe it's better choice right now. I'll not be able to see your queries for a bit, as I have another task as well to do. So yeah, so let's start with this question set first. This is a cat 2017 slot 1. So we are doing this cat PYQ mock, which is a 2017 slot 1. Okay, let's wait for a few minutes and then we can begin with the topic. Um, can't see it right now. Well, yeah, um, yeah. Let's just focus on this first. So, right, we'll pick an RC. We are starting with VARC first. We will pick one RC because I'll try to cover everything in this first, and then because if I were to pick the whole VARC set, I would not be able to pick this up. But then yeah, mm, I think let's just keep this aside first. Let's start with LRDI. I think you're not able to give enough time for LRDF. So I think we should be going with an LRDS at first. It would be a shame, like I'm not able to cover that enough. So like it's a good choice to start with. So it's LRDS section, and the first question is the healthy bites question, and the fast food joint serves three items: burger, ice cream, and fries. Two employees, Anish and Bani, prepares the item. For client's preparation time is 10 minutes for burgers, 2 minutes for an order of ice cream. And an employee can prepare only one of these items at a time. And fries are prepared automatic fire, which can be prepared at three portions of fries at the same time. And it takes 5 minutes 5 minutes time for irrespective of number of portions. So fryer doesn't need an employee to constantly turn it, and we can ignore at a time taken by an employee to start and stop the fire. Thus, the employee can begin engaging in the preparing the other item while frying is on. However, fries can't be prepared in the anticipation of future orders. Healthy Bite wishes to serve the orders as soon as possible. Individual's item in any order served when ready. However, the order is considered complete when served only when all items are completely served. So I think this is a assumption based set, as we can see with the questions. So we can come with it. We can come on this question a bit later. So this is a question from the ruler kid carried out number of values spanning in three sets: northern, eastern, western, south. And this was from the number of school dropouts and the mothers who dropped out. So this was another set. Another is an applicant for doctoral program in AMBA AIE and BIE. have appeared for CET. The test has a three sections: physics, chemistry, maths. Among the appearing for CET, those who have above 80 percentile, at least two sections, and above 80, 90 percentile and above. Okay, just wait. Mm, mm. So 200 candidates who are above 90 percentile overall based, and this is this is a percentile based question, and there are some question what can we best conclude a number of candidates taking this a bit test for BE, and this if so we have another hypothetical situation, and this is a simple happiness index of a country computed on a basis of three parameters, and freedom of choice, like these are the three parameters, these are the category of the scores, these 10 countries, A B C D E F G X A B C D E F G H I. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, like there are 10 countries, and this is a data sufficiency test set. So then there is another, and I think this is a 51 to 54. There are 21 employees working in division, out of whom 10 are special skilled candidates, and remaining are this. Well, the remaining are this T1, T2, T3, T4. So this is, I think this is arrangement based set, and the last is the square layout of a 25 by 25 equal size square platform, different heights and set, and this is a different height. So all individuals of the same height or same platform can be reached by this and this, and so yeah, this is the not the last set. The new airline company is starting the company unified 310 and four cards A to B via N to this shortest route. Each card takes 9 minutes, and this and this, and this is gone. So around we have a good number of points. So we have a good number of questions. So let's start with the data sufficiency first, and let's try and doing this first, and let's meet in a few seconds. You can also try this as well, and let's compare the answers after completing the set. Sam, So where do I find good mocks? See, I've tried Cracku, an academy, CL, and MB wala mocks. If you are asking for good mocks, depends on what you prefer. Nowadays, it's better to go for mocks from the industry leaders like CL, Times, IMS, and maybe iQuant as a good choice you can go with. But if you are enrolled in a coaching, and if any of the coaching like Cracku, iQuanta, MBA wala, an academy, they will provide you some mocks. If you want another mock, then you can. Then I'll suggest you to go with the mocks like CL, Times, and IMS. I use CL mocks. I like CL mocks. Like they have a exact one-to-one replica of the user interface of CAT and their mocks, and you can have the same feeling like how this actual exam feel like. Um, MB wala mocks are good, but then their UI is not that good. Like their font is too big for cat. The font for the quants, the font for the mocks in the MB wala is not that good. So you can go with any of these if you like, or any coaching you are. But then if you are looking for some good mocks, you have to go for these three to four guys: CL, IMS, and CLIMS and times. So let's just move on. And if anyone, uh, let's focus on this question first. So yeah. Okay. Uh, yes. Welcome, 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 bye. So yeah. Mm, mm, Manish, if you're looking for some good LRDA level sets, you can go on to YouTube nowadays, and there are so many good channels. Like, if you can come to this channel, NBA Wala, and this is the LRDA playlist. This have some good sets, and if you are looking for some more of some things of a good sets, like a more than a bit of a above average level or level of difficulty three sets, you can go with this one, this playlist, which is called the Elevate DILR for Cat 25 by Ahmed Surana sir. You can go for this, and yeah, there are so many more than these, and you can find more on by Elite Grids is also known for its good LRDS sets, so you can go for Grids as well. Not a problem, Danish. Thanks a lot for the best wishes. Yeah, we are done with this. Moving on to the next part. Let's do this one. And the verse is this. So isn't that the only one client order can be processed at any given time? So Anish, time is the order placed by client one. So right, burger 10 minutes, 10 minutes for burger and 2 minutes for an ice cream and 5 minutes for a batch of fries. So this can be simultaneous. So let's just start. I know that it requires one burger. A fryer which can prepare up to three portions at a time. So like it can do three portions, so it doesn't matter. So even if I were to begin this with this, so I can complete this whole thing, I think, as I can just give Ani or Bani, Nisha Bani, an order of one burger plus fries. Just three pay of fries. So it doesn't as it can be clubbed. So it can be just easily be accumulated into this 10 minutes part, and it only takes around 2 minutes to complete the ice cream. So the whole deal I think should be completed in around 10 to 10 in 10 minutes. I think it should be option B. Let's check. It is option B. Next part. Assuming that the only client order can be processed at any given point, so Ani and Bani can't start the. So what time is the order placed by client 3 served? An order and the order placed by client 3 was placed at 10:07. We know he placed order at 10:07. We have one burger and one portion of fries. So doesn't matter. 1B plus 1B. So I know that. Let's just check this again. So let's just see. I know that if he places his order at 10:07, 10:07, then I know that it can be clubbed. The burger can be clubbed with the fries, and the fries is independent of what time it take. So it can be clubbed with ice cream or fries. So I know that it will only take 10 minutes of time, and he places his order at 10:17. So this could be an answer, but let's wait. Before moving on to the next question, before checking this, I want to clear one thing. Is there a possibility that I have to complete their order first? So let's give this possibility a try. I know that the first client order will get completed and can't serve anyone before preparing the previous order. So I know that first order would be completed at 10:10 and they can't start at 10:07. So even if he gets the order at 10:07, they can't start the preparation till 10:10. And I know that 10:05 they give another order. So I know that burger and the burger and the fries would be easily over. And this, as we know that let's just say, so 10:10. I know that this order will get by 10:10. One burger will take 10 minutes. And let's say that A was the one who was completing the burger. So he would not be free until 10:10 minute 10 to the 10. So, but B is free. So I know that it is independent of the circumstances. So two portions of fries, I know that there are up to three portions I can fry. So it would take 5 minutes and I can just serve that in no go. So it would take around 5 minutes to complete this order. So 10 to 10 would be over for this one as well. So I know that every order is finished at 10 is to 10. So I know that now the new clock should begin at 10 to 10. Hmm. And I've come from that only one person can make one item. So if A will make a burger till 10 to 10, then you can't do anything. And as you know that it would start at 10 to 10, then I think the answer should be at least, and we have around 10 minutes, and the prize would not take much time as it's clubbed in it. So yeah, I've checked it, I've seen nothing, and if that was the case and there was an extension of 3 minutes, then the time should have been 10 is to 20, but there is none, so I think it is option number D. Let's hope that this is correct. So 10 is to 17, it's 10 is to 25. Where did I went wrong? I thought that there was a problem. Oh, there was can't start preparing the order until a new one is completed. So yeah. Oh, I forgot about this one. So yeah, let's just move on to the next one. I forgot the part that no new order can't be completed till 10. So I can't start it at 10:10. I have to start it at 10:15, and it would take around 10 minutes. So yeah, this was the correct answer. Suppose employees are allowed to process multiple orders at a given time, but the preference would be the order to finish the client which placed their order earlier. And now there is a new twist to the question. I can now make multiple orders, but I have to complete the order of the first one before completing second one. Like there would be a hierarchy. First order will get it orders first, then second, then third. So I know he will second client would come at 10:05. Will come at 10:05. 10:00 is the time when the first employee will come. Will start its order. The first employee orders for the first kind of order was one burger, three portions of fry, and order of an ice cream. So I know that, and someone can't make an order simultaneously. And once the three portions are up, I can't add another two portions. So first, I'll take all the orders, start preparing it, and it would take around 5 minutes for the portion of fries for three fries to get over. So I know that Anish would be able to take the second order. So 10:05 and 10:05 it will Anish will be A or B would be free. Let's take B would be free. So I he can start with the next order, but the hierarchy is that I can't start with the same recipe. So if A is making burger, then A will make burger. So I'll start, and the second thing is that the second slide is not asking for and is not asking for burger. So I can just fulfill his order. I know that it would take around 5 minutes extra to complete his order. So if its order was to get first, so yeah, by the time 10 to 10, both of them will get order first. So we can give first clients its order, and the third clients who come at 10:07, 2 minutes after. So like B is again free and it requires a portion of fries. So I can add another portion of fry. And then I know that even if I were to give an order to him, but I have to wait 3 minutes. I have to wait 3 minutes because I can't make another portion of fry. Even if I were to give him the portion of fry, that would be then that would be 10 or 12. But then his actual order would take 10 minutes more. So 10:22 could be the answer. So the order, yeah, we are not asking for the third employee. We are asking for the time the order will get prepared for this. So I think it is 10 or 10. Is it 10 or 10? Yeah, it is 10 or 10, and the answer is right. And the last question of the set is, and then we are done with this LRDI. And let's see how much time. I think so. Let's just focus on that. Let's see first how many hours have I done today. Mm, so, yeah, 22 hours and 20, so 2.5 hours. So yeah, like we can continue it till 2:15, and then we will move on to RC again. So yeah, the same condition for the next part. The time, the multiple orders are allowed, and assume that a fourth line. Now there is a next part. Assume that the fourth line comes at 10:35 between 10 and 10:30. How many minutes is exactly one person, one employee already? So with the next question, I remember that even if I were to make a start, even if that were to take a time, so yeah, fries doesn't take a time, and p is free, so we can just put on another portion and it would be finished by 10:10. But 10:20 is a time, then every employee is busy. So I think it is 15 minutes. 15 minutes of idle time, and let's see, is it 15? It's 10. 5. So what is it? Let's check what's the problem. Uh, 3, 10:07, one burger, one fry, 10:17. Interesting. Well, yeah, that was it for this, and that was it for this LRD assets. We done two, and let's just move on to the VARC verbal ability part, and we will do this much part. I think so. We can do this odd one out in parajumpers. So let's try to do this around. mm, let's see how many questions are there. Let's start with the reverse order. We will go with the order downward to down to up, and let's see. Okay, so let's start with the parajumpers. If anyone wants to try this, can give an answer in the live chat, or let's just try and I'll try with myself. So yeah, 5 sentence related one are given to below. 4 of them can be put on a coherent short passage. So this is an odd one out. Let's meet in 2 minutes. Mm, Okay. So yeah, I think that's it for this day. Well, that was a bit more fun than the night sessions. Um, uh, Tried this and loved it. For all the people who came in this live stream and supported me, asked questions. Thank you so much for coming in, and it was a it was a fun time making a live stream and seeing so many people in the live stream and chats in the first time. So yeah, well, thanks a lot for coming in the stream. And before ending, and if anyone wants to ask anything, like if anyone wants to ask anything, can ask anything. Let's do
And
this. Let's do a short one. Um, Maybe good. It's better choice right now.
mm,
It's a bit awkward. I'll not be able to see your queries for a bit as I have another task as well to.
mm,
So, what was it? So next up, it's the Q&A session. So if anyone have anything before ending the stream, can ask now. And yeah, then after that, I'll be ending the stream and I'll continue with my day. I'm waiting for any questions, then we can end. Well, if you don't have any doubts, so yeah, let's just end the session. Well, anyways, guys, thank you for joining this session. I've enjoyed it, and for And you know that I've mentioned in my previous video that I have a no fix situation for my life right now. I just do anything and I schedule any live on any time. So just be updated, and I hope that you guys like this live session. Your doubts were able to be cleared, and yeah. Well, well guys, thanks for watching this live stream. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in this live stream, and yeah, till then, goodbye and study a lot.